Hello, 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 Black. Keyshawn Graves here. It's November 29th. 33 days left of the year. Woo! Hope you guys are buckling down and figuring out the strategy and really figuring out how to run through your finish line that ends at the beginning of 2018. It's Wednesday night, so if you're watching this live or if you're on here live, I of course want you to be here right now. But if you have goals, business goals that have not been met, go ahead and I hope you receive this in love, but bow out, go get business done, go take care of you. This is being recorded, so this will live forever on the internet. I will make sure that we get this reposted by tomorrow, 12 Mountain Time in the Black page. So this link will be available for you guys. So if you're watching this playback and business is not done, go take care of you first. If you're here live, I of course want you to be here live, but go ahead, take care of business. Go get that done first and foremost. Okay, so it is November 29th, and we are about to talk about some December strategies, but I want you guys to, I really can't stress this enough that November is not over till it's over. So run through your finish line. We still have November to remember. The leaderboard, it has typically been updated on Friday for the November to Remember competition. It was actually updated the end of business on Monday, so you can kind of see where people are at. Y'all, the people who are in contention for that 50,000, it is doable. Like, they haven't sold like hundreds of those double time challenge packs. So if double time is your niche, is for your people, then I would recommend you finalizing those challenge pack sales and seeing what we can do to get your charity that $5,000 to $50,000 that we are giving away. Also, if you are in contention for the $2,000 that we're giving away per region, depending on where your region is, it's a little bit, it's 7 per region, then there's 5 in Canada and 1 in the UK. So depending on where you live, but you could still be in contention for that, and that's just based on Success Club points. So lots of good things still left to do in November. It's the 29th, so there's plenty of months left for you to get it done and for you to run through your finish line, whatever that looks like for you. So, woo, November. Now, moving on to December, I want to make sure I hit that really hard because we're going to be talking about December for the rest of the conversation. A couple announcements about December. Many of you probably already know, but we're here together, so I want to make sure that I do share them. December 11th, we have our new Team Beachbody website launching. What does that mean, guys? Y'all, this is the best time to be a part of Team Beachbody. We are such forward thinkers. And so what this new website is going to, one of the many things it's going to allow is that when people purchase Shakeology and then they purchase a program or vice versa, it will prompt them to say, hey, did you know that this complete program will actually save you money? So it will actually give them little alerts that, hey, you could be saving money if you purchase this complete thing. So that's going to be something new. We're also going to be doing away with the mobile enrollment, and it's going to be called Share a Cart. So it's going to be new and improved. It's called Share a Cart. That's going to be, again, launched on the 11th. We have a Little Obsessed launching on the 20th. We have the program accessory packs launching for 80-Day Obsession and a Little Obsessed on the 14th. So lots of great things happening in December. The Success Club prize, I don't know if this is limited information, but here we go, is an 80-Day Obsession branded tank top and a branded workout mat. So I'm like, and the workout mat is super cute. It's black and white. It's the logo. It's super, super, super cute. So lots of good things going on. For my folks who just hopped on, I hit hard. November is not over. So go after November hard, even though a lot of this conversation today is going to be talking about December and how we can leverage December. Okay, so let's get in. Today we're going to be talking about 80-Day Obsession and how to have a successful launch. I mentioned in our page that, in my opinion, I don't really feel like we've had a launch of a program since Beachbody On Demand. We've been launching, we've been focusing on the platform, and when new programs come about, yes, we talk about them, but we've been leading kind of with the actual platform of Beachbody On Demand. So this is an amazing opportunity for us to get back into some of those volume producing opportunities right? Because before we had Beachbody On Demand, someone would get a challenge pack, let's say, and then they would complete that challenge pack, and then they would get a new program that warranted new volume. Well, with Beachbody On Demand, it doesn't necessarily have those, but this is an opportunity, and I really think that we're going to continue this going moving forward. This is an opportunity to continue to build volume in the back end, even though we have the amazing platform that is Beachbody On Demand. We are forward thinkers. Like I said, there is no better time to be a part of Team Beachbody. Someone was just saying, do you think Beachbody is going to be around? Yes, because we are always 3 steps ahead. We're not waiting on times to change. We are literally changing the times. So let's get into, and I asked for you guys, so hopefully you brought some of your best practices, but I'm going to talk a little bit more than what I typically talk through these masterminds, just to kind of give you guys a little idea. So I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to play from this slide. Can you guys see that okay? Can I get a thumbs up? Okay. So we're talking about launching 80-day session. How can we make this a successful launch, a successful program launch, not just a platform launch? So in this very quick presentation, we're going to talk about the packs in the program. We're going to talk about how to identify customer segments as we're talking about having a successful launch in order to create that game plan in order to reach them. And then we're going to talk a little bit with the group on how we're going to execute this plan. So what is the program? Shameless plug. We have Autumn Calabrese and Kim Carver, who are going to be on the champions page live Friday, 12 Eastern time, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if you're available, I would love for you guys to join live. If not, then of course it will definitely live online forever. But the program is a 3-month program by Autumn Calabrese. It is not for everyone, I'm going to say that, but it is. If it is for you and if it is for your niche, then I definitely recommend getting behind it. It is for anyone who is looking to transform their body. There's a different type of nutrition plan. It's a macro time nutrition plan. We actually have one of the test group participants on, so maybe I can put her on the spot, which I know she doesn't mind. Joyelle was in the test group, so maybe she can talk a little bit about that. I won't read this, but some of the key dates to know is that the product packs launch on the 14th. That's very important because we don't want to wait until the 14th. We want to start December 1st. We're going to run through November. We're going to run through the finish line, and then starting December 1st, we're going to really hit this hard. A Little Obsessed, which is a great way to leverage this launch, will be available on Beachbody On Demand on the 20th. And then the eating plan come January is going to be released a little bit sooner. That way we can give people an opportunity to, like I said, it's time nutrition. We're eating a little bit more than usual. Maybe Joyelle can talk about that too. And so we want to give people an opportunity to go shopping and get all of what they need from the grocery store prior to the actual launch on the 15th. Before I go forward and talk about these amazing transformations, Joyelle, do you have anything to just share about the nutrition or your experience with 80-Day Obsession, being in the test group, and what we should be looking forward to?
Sure. Hey, you guys. I'm glad I kind of, pulled myself together. I just woke up from a nap. Keisha.
Sorry.
No worries. No worries. Absolutely. So, first of all, I being a part of the test group was truly an amazing experience. And the thing about this program is it's definitely a full body transformation. Like, you're definitely going to get the hard workouts or the challenging workouts, but you guys, and you'll hear any of the coaches that were in the test group talk about it, but it changes the way you function in life. So I'll talk a little bit about the time nutrition because I think that's probably the most challenging part of this workout. It is 80 days of workouts. Every single workout is a brand new workout, right? There are 3 phases. But you're challenged in a new way physically every single day, because Adam was recording them live. So it'll appear as though they're live every day. It keeps it fresh. It keeps it exciting. It's like nothing Beachbody's ever done before, seriously. And you guys know that I don't do BS. So it's the real freaking deal. So that's exciting. It keeps you coming back every day just to see, well, what's going to happen today? How will my body respond today? I will say that the workouts are 45 minutes to an hour. very different from what we've been doing. Beachbody kind of went to the shorter workouts for a long period of time. So this takes us back kind of to the P90X feel, that insanity, that first insanity that came out when those workouts were hard, and they were an hour long. You put in your hour each day. I'll talk about the time nutrition a little bit because it's one of the most challenging things. You eat like 6 times a day. It has the performance line completely built in. The difference between this nutrition program and 21 Day Fix, because it does use the color-coded containers, is the way they're paired, right? So you're told if you start eating, we'll say at 10 o'clock, you're told you're supposed to have 1 purple, 1 red, 1 green, right? And so you don't have that flexibility of moving things around. And what that does is it fuels your body to perform optimally, right? So there is we'll call it a workout block where you're supposed to eat certain things at a certain time. So your body's prepared for whatever's coming that day. And then there's a meal afterwards that you're supposed to have that's set up a particular way so that you can replenish, your muscles. So it's really cool the way it works. I believe there are 6 meals, if I'm not mistaken. I'm almost 100% that there are 6 meals, and I'm probably counting counting the supplements. But you eat like every 2 to 3 hours, and your times are pretty much the same every day, and you're not eating the same thing every day. There were some really cool meals that came out of this program, but you're not eating the same meals every day, but you're eating the same containers at the same time. So what happens when your meals are structured like that? Because at first I was really concerned that I wasn't going to be able to keep up with everything that was going on in my life. Eat these meals at the same time every single day with all this food. Like, I was sure I was going to fail at that. But what happened, you guys, was that discipline spilled over into every part of my life, because I knew that I had to have a meal at 10 o'clock, or I was going to start eating at 10 or 7 and then 10 and then 3 or 2 o'clock. I knew that I had to get my work done between the hours of 7 and 10 because I had to be on that meal at 10 o'clock. I knew that I had to take my mom for her runs or whatever it was that she was doing between 10 and 12 because I had to be back at this house, or I had to have that meal prepared and with me to eat at 12 o'clock. So the structure, while challenging, spills over into every phase of your life. Another thing, because it's so long, because it's 3 months, you're challenged in ways that you wouldn't imagine to get your life together, right? We're used to 21 days and we're done. Woo-hoo, we finished the program. But this is about true commitment, truly committing for it's 80 days, 80 workouts, but you end up doing like 96 days because the weekends don't count, or there's 1 day a week that doesn't count. It's about truly committing to something for a full 3 months. So I saw changes in my business. I saw changes in my relationships. Of course, I saw physical transformation, and I'm truly grateful for that. It came at the perfect time. So you guys, this is for the person who's ready to not only take their physicality to the next level, but truly transform their lives. And I know that sounds so cliche, and I need to find a better way to communicate it. But it really does all of those things. Did I answer your question?
Yes, I love it.
Yeah.
So some keywords that I heard from Joyelle, it's challenging, it takes commitment, but it is a holistic fulfillment when you really put in that time, put in the true effort, and do it as written. So thank you, Joyelle, and your results are amazing, which we will see. And Keisha says, thank you for sharing also. So basically what that commitment, what those challenges, what that fulfillment holistically looks like in my language is your booty gets shaped, your stomach gets flattened, abs start showing, waist gets snatched. They are 35 to 60 minute workouts. The workouts can be streamed, they can be downloaded. There's a meal plan that is included that's very prescriptive. It's 6 days a week, 13 weeks, and you get amazing results. Of course, Beachbody doesn't guarantee any of them, but you do if you put forth the right type of effort. So these are just a couple that I pulled from online and pulled from some of the test group participants, all different body shapes, all different ethnicities. And here we go. Joyelle right there in the middle, top middle. So you get to see some of these results. I mean, y'all, let me go back real quick. This is crazy. I just want to take a second to make sure we get to see these. This is crazy. So 80 days. Okay, so let's go into the strategy. How are we going to leverage this launch? Okay, so first we want to identify our customer segments. And in this case, we're going to have 3 different customer segments. We're going to have our new coach, our new customers, and then we're going to have our existing coaches and our existing customers. So for a new coach, and this is actually backwards, a new coach, a new customer, we can help them with the challenge pack, right? They've never had one before. For our existing coaches, our existing customers, those people who have, let's say, BOD and Shakeology only, we can hook them up with an accessory bundle. And I'll explain a little bit more of what these mean in just a second. And then for our people who have BOD only, they haven't purchased Shakeology, they haven't ever gotten a challenge pack, we can help them with what's called the completion pack. And again, I'll explain those in just a second. So let's talk first about our BOD plus Shakeology. So these are our existing customers, our existing coaches. So we can help these people with our accessory performance bundle, which don't get shy. Don't shy away from these prices because the prices look big. Because what these savings are for a coach, this is $125 in savings for an existing coach or customer, right? So they get 4 recovers, 2 energized, the containers, the necessary equipment, and these are the strong bands, not the ones from Amazon that tear. These are the strong ones, and then the printed collateral material, in addition to the virtual, the soft collateral material that they will receive through Beachbody On Demand. So you see the coach price, you see the customer price, and then do you see this volume and these commissions that are attached to these holistic systems to help people? And like Joyelle mentioned, one thing that is very much so tied into this program is the performance line. So they will continuously hear about performance and refueling and hydrate and energize. They will hear Autumn talk about that. And so we want them to have everything that they need in advance. And so we want to make sure that our existing coaches and customers who we already have in our team on our Rolodex are aware that this is coming up. Let's begin to get their commitments, their pre-commitments for which kit do they want. And even the accessory bundle comes with a $25 savings for coaches. It's $23 for customers, and I set the performance bundle actually backward. It's $128 savings for the coach and $95 for the retail. So some good savings there for our existing. Now I'm going to play this video. I'm going to fast forward it just a little bit. This is a great way for us to begin to find our list of people to invite. So this is our current customer list. People who have purchased, let's say, E&E from way back in the day. Let's find those people. That way we can begin to target them with Energize. E&E doesn't exist anymore. Let's get them on Energize. Let's get them excited about this performance bundle, which we've never offered before. So I apologize in advance that it's a video. It's only 4 minutes long, and I'm going to fast forward it.
Fully leverage the available to them to help them get prepared for 80-day obsession. And so what this video is about real quick is showing you where to find that information so you can build those lists to start contacting them. To get started, you're going to want to go to coach.teambeachbody.com. Once you're there, just go ahead and enter in your account information and sign in. Okay, so here we are. Again, this is a dummy account, but it'll give me a chance to show you what I'm talking about. Honestly, I'm going to show you right up front exactly what I would do if I were you. To look at my customers, my existing customers, I would go to Monitor My Business, and you can see the customer list right here in My Customers, but I'm actually going to go right to this orders report first. I'll tell you why. I want to really start with the people who are purchasing from me, the customers that are purchasing from me. And this shows me that information. By default, right here in the far left corner, you can see order date. This will show you in descending order, so starting with the most recent purchase and then going backwards, the people who have purchased from me. So if I scroll down through this information, I can start to see who these customers are that are purchasing from me and build a list of people I need to reach out to from here. I can copy their email address right here. If I put my mouse over that, right click and say copy email address, I can do it that way. I can export the report right here and actually get a big list of the.
And I would definitely recommend to export this list, especially for my folks who have been here longer than a year, because your list is going to be lengthy. That way you can just copy all of the email addresses that are available. You see some say do not contact. You can copy and paste all of the email addresses and send them an email. So let me press play again.
Addresses I want to, or I can email directly from the coach office, which I'll show you right here. Okay, so I could select my email address. I want to do my coach email. I want to select, let's say I want to just do my new customers for the last days. It doesn't really matter however you want to do it, but I can select the customers that I want to be emailing, click compose, and bam, I'm starting to send an email right from here, if that's what you want to do. But that's, personally for me, using the orders report is the best way to find the customers that I want to be dealing with, okay, right here in that customer orders report. Another thing that I want to show you, from this orders report, you can use the search feature to really get narrow. Let's say that I want to look at any customer who's purchased, Recover or Energize or any performance product from me. If I come here and I just type in Recover, or if I type in Energize, or even just performance, okay? It will pull up all of those customers for me. So let me see if I can get Energized to come up here real quick on this example. Okay, great. So this is exactly what I'm talking about. Now when I looked up Energize, I can go down here and here's all the people that have purchased Energize from me. Okay, this one purchased the performance stack. I can see everything in there, including Energized, right?
This is a game changer, y'all, because we can go back to earlier this year when a performance was, or later last year when performance was just announced, and we can get those people who have maybe fallen off, and we can get them excited about, and we'll talk about some other ways to get them excited about 80-Day Obsession and these packs that are available to them. So really take advantage of that search option to narrow in your target customer so we can know exactly who we are sending emails to and inviting to. This is your hot list.
That product from me. So the same thing would happen if I typed in Recover or Performance. It would show all those purchases. Now, why would that be important to me? Well, because we know the 80-Day Obsession program uses the performance products quite a bit, which is the reason why those packs have such a great discount and such a great deal on those performance products. So now if I got people that I know have used the products in the past, that have had a good experience with the products, I can go them and I can use the ability that they have right now to take advantage of this pack offering to save a lot of money on those same products to encourage them to get committed to 80-Day Obsession and get going with me in my next group. All right, so let me show you a couple other ways real quick. So that would be the orders report is the one I would recommend. You can also just go and click on my customers and just go look at my most recent customers list. I should have said most recent. All of my customers are here. Now, what it means in the far left-hand corner here, again, by join date, it's sorted by default from most current going backwards of my customers. And I can just get...
I want to point out really quick, be mindful again to export. If you guys... I don't know if you can see my mouse scrolling over, but this particular list has 71,954 results. So be very mindful of working smarter and exporting the list. That way you can filter by the join date. You can filter by whatever it is that you need to filter for. That way you're not going through 71,000 or however many you have.
List of these customers here. As well. Again, I can do the same thing where I can compose an email right from this report as well, if that's what I want to do. All right. Lastly, of course, we also, in addition to talking to our existing customer base, we want to talk to our current coaches, right? So if I click on personally sponsored coaches, this will take me to my personally sponsored coaches report, right? And again, sorted by join date from most recent going backwards, I can see my most recent coaches going all the way back, and I can see the information about them. Again, the purpose of this is to help you be able to build a list of people that you want to approach and talk to about getting involved with 80-Day Obsession, getting them purchasing one of these 80-Day Obsession packs and getting committed to using the program to start the new year. So that's how I would build that list. Okay.
All right, so we can do that with our customers. We can do that with our coaches. We can filter. We can search specific to programs or products. You can search for and everything with the will pop up, and you can export this list over. So any questions about that? Feel free to unmute yourself if you do have a question. How you guys feel about this?
Keyshawn, did you say that we could select all the email addresses at once? Did you say that?
Yes. So in order to do that, you're going to want to export the report.
Okay.
And then when it comes to Excel, if you use Excel, you'll just want to hover over and right click on that column that all the email addresses are over. And then you can right click, copy, and you can paste those into an email.
Okay.
And line copy those and then send the email to yourself. And
okay.
Mika,
what has helped me with the customers list, I exported it to my Gmail account. So all you have to do is when it comes to export, you just send it to your Gmail, cut out all of the other columns, just the ones with the email and the name. And when you just copy and paste and put it to Gmail, it'll automatically make an account for everybody. And you just copy and paste the name and put in there. So I just export it. So every time I get a free customer, that's part of my to-do list, I just copy and paste and add them. So that way I keep up with my free customers.
Love that. Thank you for sharing that. Stacey, you got anything to say? No? Okay. Making sure. Okay, so this is a great way to find your hot list, your people who have already purchased from you, your people who are already your coaches, who are already your customers, who have already gotten value from you that we can offer to join us on this 80-day journey. Okay, so let's keep going. So next are our existing BOD-only customers. Now, I do want to make mention that in that customer search, we cannot search for BOD only. That's the one fault to it. But you guys should have on the 21st have received an email with the list of all of your BOD only customers. If you haven't, check your junk folder, your spam folder. Someone who I was talking to today, she hadn't, and she checked her junk and it was there. And you will continue to receive those the third week of every month moving forward until we do have that ability or capabilities in the search function. So what do we do with those BOD-only customers? Well, these are the people who are eligible for the completion pack. They have never purchased a full challenge pack before. So we can offer them with amazing savings. The savings with this promotion price is $215 for the mega price. $215 in savings. And even the basic completion pack, it has a savings of $75. So don't be scared. Don't be shy to lead with the mega pack if that's your people. They get the 4 recovers, the 2 energize. I know that we drink it like it's going out of style, and they get everything that they need in order to have success in this program. The basic pack, which is again our first time ever doing something like this, they can do a quote unquote challenge pack, this completion pack with Shakeology or Performance Stack. So essentially it is a Performance Stack challenge pack, which we have never had before. And look at this. I mean, these prices are amazing. And so let's make sure that if we have our BOD-only customers, that we are letting them know that this is coming up and that they have this opportunity to get these amazing savings so that they can get started as soon as the program launches on the 15th of January. And even when A Little Obsessed launches on the 20th of December. So like I just mentioned, for your BOD-only customers, you'll continue to receive that list of your people the third week of every month. The last one was sent on the 21st. Okay, so any new customer, any new coach, of course, these are people who are eligible to purchase a challenge pack. So we want to lead with the challenge pack. And again, I'm going to hit this again because I think it's important for us not to be shy about the price, not look at the price and say, whoa, $430, $440, that's crazy, because of look at what they're getting. Shakeology, 4 tubs of Recover, 2 Energizers, a year of BOD, container, shaker cup, all the equipment that they need, the bands, the sliders, and the printed collateral material. And again, going down to that basic challenge pack, they have the option to get Shakeology or the Performance Stack, which we've never done before. In addition, they get the year BOD, the containers, the shake, $170. Guys, this is the bomb. So any questions about that? Those 3 customers? Yes, ma'am.
I have a question. Does the is the Recover and the Energize shipping all at once, or is it monthly?
It is shipping. That's a great question. It is shipping all at once, but I'm going to double check on the HD. I do believe it's HD, but I don't want to make false accusations. I don't want to assume, especially since the Shakeology does say HD and the Performance Stack does not say HD. So I'm going to just get back to you guys. I will post it in the comment section when I post the link. I'm going to I'm going to take back what I was assuming. I'm going to assume that it is only shipped once, just because it does not say HD. But I'll get back to you guys. I'll post that answer, the real, actual answer, not my assumption, when I post the link to this recording. Thanks, Joyelle. That's a great question. Any other questions? Yes, ma'am.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Just so I'm clear on this, the client will receive that $99, or new coach, the $99 Shakeology HD billing 30 days after they purchase the Mega Combo or Basic Pack?
Correct. They will continue to receive their Shakeology monthly. And if they're a coach, they will obviously also that business service fee as well. Okay, great questions. So some key selling points for the customers is that it's great savings. You absolutely get everything you need to have the results that we have been sharing. You get to take advantage of this limited time pricing. That was the prices that were in the red. So just going back real quick, the $430 versus the $440. And you get to also, and I don't have a date as of right now, but of course you get the money back guarantee. Also for coaches, some key selling points, and this is still in the woodworks, just because we're trying to wait until December really, but we don't want to wait until December, if that makes sense. And so more information will become available by December 1st. But we're going to have access to a coach only program mentorship with Autumn. So for people who take advantage of the pre-launch and who purchase it when it becomes available on the 14th, they will have access, for coaches only, to a program mentorship that will be via Facebook group with Autumn Calabrese herself. Yes, Dr. Payne. Also, there are incredible savings for the performance line. Like I kept mentioning over and over, there are opportunities for you to purchase, for our coaches, for us to purchase performance line outright. You get exactly what you need. And it's kind of like you get to be a part of the test group also. So one thing about reactivating people on Shakeology who are already our coaches, who are already our customers, is that there's not an actual bundle to reactivate their Shakeology, but that does not mean it can't be done, especially with our new system. They will get them committed to one of the program packs, and then we'll have them purchase the Shakeology in addition. So that's how we can reactivate their Shakeology. There's not an actual accessory pack that allows a existing coach or customer to do that as of right now. Okay, so talking about the pre-order period, so that starts December 1st. I know it says now, this is not really, we're talking about this December 1st because we want to run through November. November's not over. But starting December 1st, we really want to begin to get commitments for 80-day obsession packs. We want to be talking about it. We want to be sharing those transformations of people who look like you and people who are like your niche. And we want to say, hey, let's get you committed. That way we get all their information, and the form looks like that. It looks like this, right? We get all their information. That way when it does hit, we'll send them an email. Hey, I'm about to send you over a link. And then we will type in all their information, and then we will share a cart using the new share a cart feature on the new Team Beachbody website. And their link will be sent to them and say, hey, Stacy sent you a cart. Do you accept? And they'll go through it, they'll look, and then they'll put their information in, and then you'll get a little ding, and then you can follow up with them and say, hey, awesome, got it, let's get you started. So we want to get commitment. So I would encourage you guys to set a goal, set a team goal for commitments that you want to get, and a goal that you would like to have for those pre-order forms, those pre-commitments. For the pre-launch period, so this is December 14th through January 14th. We want to drive it hard. We want to begin to introduce people to Autumn and her programs, and again, the results that people have been getting from the test group. we definitely want to make sure that we're talking to, if you drink performance, if you are a fan of performance, let's make sure that you're talking about it, that you are really hitting that hard and you're using your curiosity marketing. Like, what is that thing that you drink during your workout or before your workout or after your workout? So this is a perfect opportunity to really begin to attract those people to the performance line because you do it, and leave them a little bit curious about what it is. So when we do hit these program bundles, it's a part of it. It's like, hey, well, as a matter of fact, what I drink before and during and after is a part of this, and do it with me. So again, we want to set some goals for new customers, new coaches that we want to get to commit to the challenge group. So that's a good goal. How do we get people started? This was actually posted in the Black group and posted by Autumn, which I love. This is a great way, November to December, to get people introduced to Autumn and to kind of the program 80-Day Obsession. So you can pick and choose what you want, but I think that this is pretty well laid out, and it leads into a Little Obsessed launch on the 20th. And then of course you can redo the first week, the 27th through 28th after the first, and you can just keep. Now I do want to make mention that some of these also introduce our new people or our existing people to Autumn's exclusives. So like the Kill Cupcake, that is a part of the Autumn's exclusives workout. So just know that if you can't find it. So a great calendar to go by in order to kind of ramp people up to the launch of A Little Obsessed and to the launch of 80-Day Obsession. And then the post-launch period. So this is, okay, it's here, it's launched, let's do this. I got my people who have pre-committed. I got my people who have done this ramp-up challenge group with me and who have begun to get introduced in my free groups. And now we're committed. We're starting on the 15th when it launches. And now we're getting people who are kind of the late adopters. We're getting the people who are now FOMO, because now we're sharing our transformation and we're sharing the people who we are helping, and we're sharing our coaches and our team's transformations from 80-Day Obsession. And so now we can begin to set a goal for people that we want to have committed to our next challenge group. So the 80 days will end about February 28th, at the end of February. So come March 1st, let's have a group ready to go and have a goal for the people that you want in that group, and begin to get those quote unquote late adopters in once you begin. So that is the long and the short of it. Y'all got any questions for me? Yes, ma'am.
You know, I have a question about a store called Nordstrom's. What can you tell me about that?
I don't know. Now you will begin to see Beachbody apparel in stores.
Right.
So more brand awareness. As you guys know, Beachbody does a great job of marketing and spending hundreds of millions of dollars in marketing so that you don't have to as a coach. That's not one thing that you have to worry about yourself. So it's some brand recognition. So if you begin to see some of those shoes or apparel in stores, don't be alarmed. It's an opportunity for us to increase our brand awareness. Hopefully that's not too vague. Any other questions? How do you guys feel?
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
A long time ago, we used to use those e-cards to introduce people to programs. Do we still have e-cards? Like, do we have something digital in place to help introduce this to people?
So we were just talking about this the other day. And as of right now, Stacy, no. We are working with our marketing team to get those sooner, because their idea is that we would wait until closer to the actual launch. And we're like, well, no. We're talking about it right now. So as of right now, we do not, but we will. And we're trying to get them sooner than January.
Okay.
So let me open up the floor then. What are some ways that you guys are going about preparing for a successful launch of 80-Day Obsession?
Can I ask a question real quick before we?
Of course, Erica.
I guess it's more for Joelle about the meal plan. How doable do you think it is for somebody that has a unpredictable schedule, or a schedule where they feel like they? Yeah, go ahead, preach.
Okay, so my schedule is unpredictable because I take care of my mom. She's 75 years old and she thinks she can drive and she can't. So that's often like my days are not very they aren't standard days. So from my own experience, I had to prepare. Like it's not willy-nilly I can grab something on the go. Like you truly have to be, when it says be obsessed, you have to be obsessed with the process. You have to be obsessed with the food. You have to be obsessed with the workouts. Like this is not a shortcut kind of do it how you want it type of program. This isn't that, you guys. And there's no way to make it that. And I wasn't the only one with an unpredictable schedule. In that test group, we had people who were full-time employees, also coaching as well, with like 4 children, and they were making it work. So to me, what it speaks to is being committed to something and not making any excuses. I'll share something really quickly with you guys. During the test group, that was a time where there were the hurricanes in Houston, the hurricanes in Puerto Rico, like all of that was happening. And we had coaches who were in those areas, you guys. They showed up. And they were committed, even though all of these things were going on in the background. We had people lose people. We had people with spouses who were diagnosed with cancer. So it's just, you have to be committed. It's doable, but you have to have the desire to do it. Does that make sense? Like I had my little 6-pack ready to go every day. And if Dorothy was ready to go out the door, I just had to grab my meals, and go and make it happen. So it's about really committing to yourself and really being obsessed with becoming your best self despite everything that's going on. So it's doable. You got to want to do it though. If that answer you.
Can I just ask one more question? You said it's not for everybody. You got to find out who it's for. Is it not for everybody like hammer and chisel, not for everybody? Or not for everybody like insanity, not for everybody?
So did I say it wasn't? Okay, so they say it's an intermediate to advanced program. When Autumn talks about it, she says you have to have a fitness base, right? You have to have a good fitness base. So there were people of all sizes in there. Thanks so much for bringing that up, Keyshawn, the picture. You guys can see it here. And there were all fitness levels there. But like when she says do a squat, you have to know you've done a squat before. That's what they're saying. If someone has never completed a program, and that's why the schedule leading up to 21 Day Fix, I think is a really good idea. This will be challenging for them because it is 80 days of a commitment, not 21 days. And you're going in every day, and every day is hard. Every day is challenging. I don't care what level of fitness you're at. It doesn't matter. So I think it's for the person with a made-up mind. It doesn't really matter what their physicality looks like, right? They've got a made-up mind and they have a fitness base. They know how to properly perform a squat. So that's how I feel about that. Keyshawn, would you agree?
I agree with that. I do agree with that. Like you said, you should have some sort of inclination of what a squat is and maybe even lifting weights, right? Mm-hmm. Because there is a lot of weightlifting, but anyone can do this with that desire. So let me pass the mic over to you guys. What are some ways that you guys are going about launching this program successfully?
So what I have been doing is I've been having a lot more one-on-one calls with people that I know that are waiting for that next level in fitness, and they need that person that's about commitment. And most people know when I do a program, I'm all in. So I've let them know that, hey, we can get started now. So this gives you your opportunity to figure out your rhythm, where you fail at, the things like that, so that we can be totally ready come January. So I started November 4th. So I have a group that starts November 4th, one that starts December 1st, and then I'll have the test group that comes for my people that are already that fitness level for when I have. So that's how I've been I've been doing it is just letting getting people ready for it. So, amping them up for the good stuff, I guess, if that makes sense. So it goes from like November 4th to April 4th. Like I counted out the days that it'll be. So I let them know that this is what's required of you. This is what's happening. And they've been all in, you know what I mean? So I've been given the most experience, and that's what's been helping. Like more people are like, okay, I like this. You know what I mean? Because I let them know exactly what's going to happen. And they're just like, okay, I've shared the results to different people. If you get what I'm saying? Like before, it's just like, oh, there's a program, do it. Now I'm just like, no, I'm going to help you start a lifestyle. This is 6 months in. This is your thing. So I've flipped it to where I've been promoting the lifestyle. And this is what you are going to do in this lifestyle. That's what's been helping.
And you said that you're doing it 6 months in advance, so you're giving them a prescription.
Well, I started November 4th. So the first 2 months they get to pick whatever program that they want. So they can start out basic. Like most everybody started with T25, and now one girl's going to P90, and a couple are doing Shift Shop. And then January 15th they start 80-day obsession. So I'm letting them pick the ones that they're comfortable with, so they can, they can be, proud of themselves and have encouragement. So when we get started, they'll already have those achievements and things we can go back on. So that's why I started with November 4th. And the next one starts this Friday.
Love it. Thank you, Nika. Anybody else? Has anyone else started really promoting it or have a game plan for how you want to launch it? Okay.
I'm sorry, I keep talking so much, but I'm doing pretty much the same thing as Benita. I got a group. It started with the clean week, and continued. Then after I did like 3 clean weeks in a row, it was a BOD group. And I borrowed from the company and called it to November to Remember, BOD. Right? And so that was pretty good. And every week I'm adding new people. And when I do my workouts in the morning with the ladies I meet with, I'm always telling them this is going to get us ready for 80-day obsession. I'm doing 21-day fix, which I never loved. But I love, I know, I'm sorry, but I like 21-day fix extreme. I like that hard stuff. And so I'm doing 21-day fix, and I'm telling them this is why, because I love the little obsessed, and I want to make sure you guys are ready. And so when I go live in my group, I'm always mentioning a little bit of a little obsessed, getting them ready. When I talk to people about signing up for coaching, I'm letting them know that this is going to be the program that's going to change everything. This is how it's structured. I'm talking to them about it now. Hopefully that'll be in their head, and when they come on, they'll come on ready. So I've just been sprinkling it in, talking about it, because I'm looking forward to it authentically, and I want to authentically have them feel my excitement and join me with it.
Love it. Love that. Thank you.
One of the things that you guys may want to share, people are really interested in those bands and those sliders. Right? Like that catches people's attention. So as soon as the bands are available through Beachbody, get your bands, get your own pack. You know what I'm saying? Your band and your sliders, and start exercises that you can do with the bands, exercises that you can do with the sliders. And there are some in a little obsessed. Start dropping those interesting exercises, like one a day. You know what I'm saying? In your video, like, hey, I'm getting ready for this program. Look at this cool move, how it, works the abs, because that's what the sliders do. So just, I ordered pink bands because I'm crazy, but people are drawn to, like, what is that? Like, what is she using? And you don't necessarily have to talk about it. But when they see those bands in my videos, they're asking questions. What are those sliders? I don't even have to use them. Sometimes I'm like fanning with the sliders and people want to know, like, what is that? What are you using it for? So create that curiosity, but just maybe you're dropping an autumn move, every day, because a lot of it is the trainer too, getting people attached to the trainer. That's what people get attached to, not the workouts. Like, workouts are workouts, you know what I'm saying? But people fall in love with a trainer. And I will tell you guys, the difference between Autumn and 21-Day Fix and this program is, I believe that she's coming to her own, And Beachbody's allowing her, or she's very comfortable with being exactly who she is. So you get to see her be playful, which you were able to see in a little obsessed. And you get to see that the cast work together as a team, and you literally feel like you're in that room with them. Talk about that. I think the last call, Keyshawn was talking about how Stacy did the survey and people were saying they wanted that community feel. They wanted to feel like they were going to the gym. You feel that during this workout because every day is different. They're challenged. They're out of breath. They're wanting to take breaks, so keep that in mind as well. But I would truly encourage you guys to get yourself some bands, get yourself some sliders, and start demonstrating those 80-day obsession moves. You can find them. They're out there. They're on the 80-day obsessed page. Autumn's doing it. She's putting, a move out there a day. So just copy the move and, make it your own. They're out there. So that's piquing interest on my side.
You bring up a really good point, Joyelle, that when the product accessory packs launch on the 14th, to make sure that you are one that gets it. We're the lid, so we can't expect people to do what we're not doing. So make sure that you get them too. That way we can build that curiosity through some of those accessories that are necessary for the program too. This was a good conversation, a good mastermind. I see some wheels spinning, and another thing before I cut out is because it is shot in real time, we get to go through the transformations of the people who are in the program. So we see their day 1 and we see their day 80, which I think is really, really cool because we are literally on this journey with them. Like we're all together going back to community feel. So you get to see people start day 1 and in day 80 and see their transformation also. So lots of good. Yes, ma'am.
There's won't they be doing like a TV show that kind of tracks the cast as they go through on BOD as well? You heard about that? They were recording it. I don't know if it's coming out or not.
Maybe. I know that Carl loves doing stuff like that, like reality shows. That's what we had oh my gosh, what was it called? What was it called? The
20s.
The 20s. Thank you. I thought we had the 20s. So I could imagine that would be that could be possible. Sometimes we're not all in the know over here in the Utah sales team, but probably right. So y'all, this is, I think, again, going to be a game changer. This is an opportunity to get behind these volume producing activities. So of course, we're going to be able to help people. We're going to be able to help ourselves. We're going to be able to get amazing results, but also business wise, we're going to be able to drum up volume, increase commissions, and bring it back to the volume producing opportunities that were there prior to 18 months ago with the launch of Beachbody On Demand, which is fabulous. We love it. It's necessary. We are forward thinkers, but it did take away some of those volume opportunities. So this is it. And I do think that once we get a grasp of this, we can really copy and paste it to the next program and the next program. I don't think that these accessory bundles are going anywhere. I think that these are going to continue to happen. That way we can continue to have these opportunities to build volume income. That's what that translates to. So y'all, thank you for joining me on a Wednesday night. Thank you for your input. I'm looking forward to December. And don't forget, it's November 29th. It's not over till it's over. So run through November. Don't stop today. It ends December 1st. All right. Mwah. Love you guys. I'll talk to you guys soon.